Welcome back. If you're coming back, welcome if you're new. If you've been following along, you will know that we just built this giant shelf in our garage. Built that to get some stuff off the ground. It was a mess. We still have this mess here behind us. We left that behind because some of it is in our next project we're going to start on today. That is, we're going to be building some rabbit hutches. Cages, whatever you want to call them. These are not going to be any ordinary rabbit hutches. I have never seen anything like this. If they existed before, I've never seen them. I think they're new. We're going to make stackable rabbit hutches, not stacked, but stackable, so that we can interchange spots, locations, and sizes. The first step is to make all of our cuts. Now it's time to throw some screws in here and get this base put together. Now that we've got one of these all put together, we're just gonna make a second one, exactly the same. So cuts and then just screw them together real fast. It's not incredibly complicated yet. We'll see what it looks like once we start stacking. Level number 2 is done. Now let's see what these look like stacked. I think you'll start to see the idea here pretty quick. Trying to walk over some stuff. Hold on. Set, go. Ooh, got it. All right, gonna stack them. See how they look. Two levels stacked right there. Can you see that? They actually stack pretty well. I'm gonna put a few things on here to make them more stable. But before we do that, we're actually going for a third level. Level number 3 is gonna be the roof on it. We will put a roof, slanted roof over top of this, keep them dry once they're out in the weather. But I want it so I can take that off so that we can put them in our one day to be greenhouse without it. When we don't need it, we can have it like that without it, and it'll make it easier to feed and water the ones that are on the top level. We're gonna start on level 3 of this. We're gonna do this really quick. It's not gonna have the pitch on it yet, the roof. I think I've gotta get more supplies for that. We'll do that another day. But for tonight, we're gonna finish this one really quick, just like, ta-da! Wait, that didn't work. Let me try again. Looks like I'm out of screws again. We'll come back after I get some screws and get this finished. It took just a few days for me to get to the hardware store, but I got the screws, we're back. Wood is still here waiting for us. So we're gonna get into building this top level. This is where the roof is gonna be. So we're gonna do this same way. You ready? There it is. So looking at it from the front, we will have a rabbit hutch here, a rabbit hutch here, and the roof over top. I just got done cutting some of these bird mouths and putting these rafters on that top. Our next step is to put some metal on there, but before we do that, I want to take a minute to show you why these are unique. Two levels here. We got this top or bottom level. This is just the level above us. In between here, obviously a cut there. As we lift that up, you can see there is a dowel in there that's stuck. This little dowel just pops in a hole there. There's a hole drilled in the bottom of that. I can slide them together. And now they're secure. I'll put a screw here and a screw here and just wire them together real fast so they'll hold if I'm worried about them separating in some way. But I can just stack them like this. So I can have a short rabbit hutch, I can have a medium rabbit hutch, I can have a rabbit hutch with a roof, a rabbit hutch with no roof. I could even put a third level of hutches on top of this and stack them 3 high if I really wanted to. This way, we can move them from the side of the house where we put them in the summer, where they're shaded, to the greenhouse where I'm hoping to put them in the winter when it's cold. We're getting pretty close with this wire cage. It's a very tedious process and it's getting late tonight. I was trying to push through to finish it, but I just need to go to bed. So we're gonna call this good for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow and let you see what it looks like when it's all stacked together with the cages inside of it. So see you tomorrow. All right, last day. We got this guy put together. So bottom shelf, I have the actual cage put in there. This top one, there's nothing there, but that's where a cage will go. So in that space there, and that space down there, we'll have rabbits, roof above, voila. Now we can mix and match. So I can pull that roof off if I don't want it as tall. I can set them all so they're level on the ground if I just want to let droppings fall to the ground. I can put some trays where this 2x4 is here that will catch any of their droppings. We can clean it out that way if we've got them stacked. I think it's gonna be a really good idea and it's gonna be good for us. It is a little bit taller than I expected and the top is also a little bit heavier than I expected it to be. So hard for one person to lift it on and off, but I think 2 people can do it. We put it on there with me and Anna and Caleb, our 2 oldest. So 2 adults, I think they can lift it on there, off and on there, on and off of there just fine. The good thing is at the end of the day, if I don't like it as is, I can remove this 2x4 on all 4 corners and replace it with a solid piece all the way through and make one solid structure out of it if the stackable version doesn't doesn't work out well for us. I've still got just a few things to finish with this. Putting a few more clips around the bottom, some of this wire's not held together just like I want. Also, put some doors in here. Over the next 10 days, I'm gonna get that all done because I have got to get 2 rabbits out of the bad weather that are about to have babies. We've had babies this time of year in years past and have lost every single one of them because of our weather. So we're gonna put them in the garage this time so we don't have to worry about that. So over the next 10 days, gotta get this finished. While I'm doing that, in the meantime, you can check out this clip, I think it's here, maybe it's over here, of what we did last week.